The Dallas Mavericks blew the biggest lead of this season after being up by 27 over the Lakers yesterday. Jason Kidd, after the game, said, quote, "As a team, we've got to mature. We've got to grow up." The Mavs now 1-3 in games that Kyrie and Luka have both played in. Shannon, is this Kyrie-Luka experiment going to work?
Skip, I think, what do you mean by work? If you're not winning a championship, Skip, there have been a lot of championships, so obviously the Karl Malone-John Stockton duo didn't work. Jerry West and Elgin Baylor, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Shaq and Penny, Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. I mean, so if a championship is the only way you measure, well, no, it's not going to work. Do I think they can win some games together? Do I think they can scare some people? Yes. But they are a very, very small, defensive, challenged basketball team. Therein lies their problem, because the shots that they were making to get those leads, what happens all of a sudden, Skip, when you don't make those shots? Can you lock someone down until you get your rhythm back and start making those shots? Well, they can't. Skip, they're a small team. When you look at the team that they started Holiday is a guard. Reggie Bullock is a guard. Kyrie Irving is a guard. Luka is a big guard, but he is a guard. And Dwight Powell is not a presence in the middle. He's not Elijah Wan. He's not David Robinson. Skip, when we think of great defensive centers, that's not what he is. He's a body. Yeah, he can get you a couple of rebounds, but he's not scaring the living daylights out of anybody. So that's their problem. That's why I didn't think they could win a championship, because of the perimeter defense, because of their interior defense. Do they have two outstanding players? Absolutely. Can they go off and go nuclear and go for 80 points between the two? Absolutely. Can they win a title? I don't believe they can. And if you're going to measure great duos by only winning a title, there have been a lot of dynamic duos that were failures because they failed to win a title.
Better fit, Luka and Jalen Brunson or Luka and Kyrie Irving?
But Skip, better fit at the end of the day, that's great. But you're trying to win a title. Do you believe Luka and Jalen Brunson could have won a title?
Well, they were pretty close, right? Did they not get all the way to the bitter end?
Skip, they can't win a title. When you Skip, I mean, it's a novelty. I mean, what Steph Curry was able to do with a guard-driven team with Clay and Jordan Poole, but that's why he's Steph Curry. That's why we look at him. That's why I got him in my top 10. Guards don't know. Skip, little guards don't normally win your titles. Big guards, Magic Johnson. That's why Isaiah gets so much credit. He's a little guard, won a title. As great as Isaiah was, as Allen Iverson was, couldn't win no title.
Yeah. I first guessed this, and I will second and third guess it. Bad fit won't work. Not as good as the Jalen Brunson fit, and Dallas made a mistake not paying Jalen Brunson what they should have, but they don't see Jalen Brunson as Kyrie Irving because most people don't.
Right.
But Jalen Brunson's been pretty good for the Knicks.
Yeah, he absolutely was good.
Jalen Brunson is weirdly one of those scorers with low ego. Taught by his father, coached by his father, still coached by his father with the Knicks. And he's proud and he's strong and he plays proud, but he doesn't play with huge diva ego. He's easy to operate with because he doesn't take himself that seriously. I don't need that many shots. I'm good to do whatever you need me to do.
Skip, you got to look how he came up. Guys that had to fight. Brady didn't have the ego because Brady was a sixth-round draft pick.
Yep.
Now he's the first overall pick. He's a top 5 pick at the quarterback. It's different. Jalen Brunson was not the number 1 overall. He wasn't highly touted.
I totally understand. So what do I see so far? Luka is deferring like crazy, almost like pouting, deferring, and disappearing when you least need him to disappear, because I'm looking at the fourth quarters. They've only played 3 fourth quarters together, but in those fourth quarters with 1 overtime, Luka's taken all of 10 shots to Kyrie's 33 shots. He's showing you, I don't like this. I didn't need this guy because I'm that guy. Right. And you're telling me that he's now the man, he's the closer. So, okay, I'll just give him the basketball on every occasion. They've won 1 game together, and that was against San Antonio, one of the worst teams in the West.
I think the thing is, Skip, they still have the 8th best offense since the trade, and that's what Kyrie and not playing, only playing 3 combined games. and plus the scoring when Luka was off the court. That was the problem that they had. And see, when they had Jalen Brunson, Luka left the court. Jalen Brunson can give you buckets. Kyrie can still give you buckets.
I give you that.
They might be 8th in scoring. Look at where they are defensively. That's the problem.
And Kyrie did not help that problem.
And you already said Luka plays less defense than Kyrie.
He plays less than Joker plays.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Why would you take a shot at the MVP? He's the MVP.
Well, let's talk about the MVP, shall we?
We're actually going to get to that, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
At some point, though, the Mavericks do have to get stops.
Yes.
Okay, speaking of MVP, do you gentlemen think Jokic can become only the 3rd player to win 3 straight of them?
I hope
Let's
not.
debate when Undisputed returns.
Kyrie went 1 of 9 from 3 over the last 3 quarters. That will open the door for you.
Yes.
And the shock to me is that your Los Angeles Lakers shot a grand total of 6 of 34 from the 3-point line. Think about this.
Yes.
6 of 34 for the game. And you came from 27 down. Shannon Sharp, how did you do that? You crushed them in the paint.
Yeah,
it was 62 to 33. 62 to 33. Are you kidding me?
Skip, when you look at it, Skip, they start 4 guards. Luka, Kyrie, Reggie Bullock, and Justin Holiday. Those are all guards with Powell. And Powell is not Joel Embiid. He's not Giannis. He's not a defensive presence.
Nope.
So what the hell do you expect to happen? They got crushed on the glass when the Lakers don't ever crush anybody on the glass.
They did. Yep. It was 56 to 48. Not crushed, but beaten.
And you offensive rebounds.
You killed them.
I mean, Jared Vanderbilt had 8.
Okay, killed them. I give you all of the above. But in the end, you took advantage of a souring situation. And it sounded to me, let me pull up my Jason Kidd quotes here. After the game, it sounded to me suspiciously like Jason Kidd took a shot at Luka Doncic because he said, as a team, we've got to mature. And we've got to grow up. Well, the problem is 4 of your 5 starters are over 30 years of age. So there's only one guy who's 23. It seems like he's played professional basketball since he was like 13. So he seems like a veteran to me.
Yes.
But he's the only young player. And then Jason went into how we've got to focus on playing and not allow, as he said, we can't get distracted with the whistle and just keep playing.
That's Luka.
Okay, that's all about Luka. He complains on every single call.
Play. He does.
And half the time, he's complaining as the ball is going to the other end, and he's running and complaining, but he's not actually focusing on the next business.
And this guy's laying the ball in the basket.
That is correct. And it is driving Jason Kidd crazy, just the way it drove Rick Carlisle crazy. And Rick Carlisle got fired because he was clashing with Luka.
Right.
Well, it sounds like Jay Kidd is starting to clash with Luka, maybe not overtly, but sort of behind the scenes. And he made the point yesterday. He was asked, why didn't you call timeouts? He called 2 the whole game as the lead was slipping away. And he said, I'm not the savior here. I'm not playing. No, you don't play. You used to be a really good player, all-time great.
Yes.
But he says, I'm watching just like you guys. What? That sounds like a coach who's just throwing up his hands saying, okay, you guys do it.
Right.
If you won't listen to me and you keep arguing every call, you keep pouting about every call, it's your fault.
Yeah, he's like, look, when I call timeout, I said, guys, we got to play through the whistle. We just got to play basketball. The officials are going to do what they're going to do, but we just have to take care of our business. He says, I call timeout, and I relay that to them. They don't listen. So why the hell am I going to keep calling timeouts? They're going to do what they want to do anyway, so they figure they know more than I do. Let them figure it out. That's Luka, and he's made this before. Luka's going to have to learn. He's going to have to play through the whistles. They give him a lot of calls that he doesn't deserve, but he feels he deserves. Even if you run by Luka, he's looking at the official like, you didn't see him run by me? Yeah, I saw him run by you, but he didn't touch you. But, he didn't get awful close to me. And so, that's a problem, Skip, because I saw what you saw yesterday. He's laying on the floor holding his head. The Lakers got the ball. They're going up the court. And by the time he gets to half court, they've already got the ball. Somebody's taking the ball out of bounds for the Mavericks. He's got to stop playing like that, bro. You're not going to get every call. You shoot probably top 5 as far as free throw attempts in the NBA. I guess you want to shoot like Joel Embiid. No, nobody's going to shoot more than Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid shoot like 20 a game.
Yep.
But Luka, you shooting 15.
12 a game. But it's the most.
It seems like it. But Luka, It's not like you're shooting 5 or 4 or 5 free throws. Can you imagine LeBron? LeBron should be doing what Luka doing because he barely gets any calls.